I wanted to start with Prime Minister Netanyahu and what he has said about this deal. He says that this nuclear deal with Iran threatens the survival of Israel. Do you agree with that?
No, I do not.
No, she does not. Welcome to Give Me Five. I guess she either believes the mullahs and the government of Iran to carry out what they agreed to in this agreement, or she doesn't believe them when they say they're going to annihilate Israel. Or maybe she selectively agrees with them or believes them. Maybe she believes them when they say they'll follow the agreement, but doesn't believe them when they say they'll wipe Israel off the face of the earth. She's a disgrace. And here's more disgrace.
I don't think it's helpful for Israel to come out and oppose this one opportunity to change a major dynamic, which is downhill, a downhill dynamic in this part of the world. Well, I think he said what he's had to say, and to be candid with you, this can backfire on him. And I wish that he would contain himself, because he has put out no real alternative. In his speech to the Congress, no real alternative. Since then, no real alternative.
Really? Really? First of all, he should contain himself. It could backfire on him. Why? Good, decent people in America and in the Congress are going to say this Jew should shut up because he cares that his country is going to be annihilated? She is a disgrace. And by the way, no real alternative, no real alternative, no real alternative. Watch.
Well, his real alternative, he says, is more sanctions. What's wrong with that?
Well, it depends on what you believe more sanctions is going to do. More sanctions will certainly drive the program more underground, make it more difficult. I mean, a couple of years now have gone in to get this far, and it's a better agreement, candidly, than I thought it was ever going to be.
I don't care what you candidly say. You said he had no alternative, no alternative, no alternative. And then Acosta, the anchor, says his alternative over and over again has been more sanctions. Hamina. Did you not know that? Or did you not care to share that? Die-fi. Here's more.
The Iranians, and the intelligence reflects that, both people I've spoken with and reports I've read, that this joint agreement has been carried out over the last couple of years without infraction. And I think that's some indication
of whether or not we could trust the Iranians. It's been carried out over the last couple of years? Hey, Dianne Feinstein, how many times has the IAEA said, as recently as a week ago, they don't know because they can't do their job because Iran won't let them? So let's see. The IAEA says they can't do their job, but Dianne Feinstein says they've been living up to the agreement, even though we don't know. Dianne Feinstein says Netanyahu had no alternative, and no alternative, and no alternative. Turns out he did have an alternative. Where else is Dianne Feinstein wrong? Here's more.
I believe that this foreign minister and this Iranian president, both of whom are moderates, really want to show that there is another way for Iran, and therefore giving up this program is worth it.
Well, you know what? If she's wrong on that, the way she's been wrong on everything else I've mentioned so far, Israel has a lot to worry about. So maybe Netanyahu shouldn't shut up and go away because people won't like it and it'll backfire. More?
I believe he is sincere. I believe that President Rouhani wants this, and it looks like the supreme leader will be agreeable. Now, having said that, we've got everybody jumping to conclusions in the Congress. This agreement has to be written up into a binding kind of agreement, and that's the document that we all need to see, the final document.
All right, now what about sanctions, which is Netanyahu's alternative? Oh, listen to this bleeding heart answer.
As what some people would say, well, we've got leverage in sanctions, take down the whole economy. Look, there's 77 million people in Iran. I think they deserve more than take down the whole economy. Sanctions generally hurt those who can't afford a better way of life.
I don't care.